So, okay, now, I know there's going to be quite a fair bit of launches that's going to come up in the month of April and May. And I'm very excited to kind of share with everyone that, of course, this would be, I think, the only one in the West. The only one in the West. So, representing the West, the Arden. Okay, I promise it's going to be something very interesting. But, of course, before I actually start, just to have a disclaimer that this is actually for sharing and information. Okay, and all we should actually consult all your ERA agents for any of the information that's actually inside this stack of slides itself. Okay, now, but before I start, I just want to find out, anyone here is a fan of District 23, like in Bukit Panjang, Choa Chu Kang, the Hillview area, okay, Bukit Batok. Now, please, you're going to help me out with some questions later. Like, for example, how many of you know that in District 23, right, you are literally cooler than the rest of everyone? That means if you check your weather app, right, okay, you are actually almost 1 to 2 degrees sometimes cooler than the rest of a lot of parts of Singapore. It's because we are surrounded by a lot of trees and a lot of forested area. That's actually one very strong point of District 23, right? Because you know, the Singapore is a hot country. Okay, having a cooler weather is priceless. Okay, but now I want to share with you like how actually we have been doing in the market. Sorry, hang on. How have we been doing? Okay, District 23 is actually in the OCR, outside central region in Singapore. Now, in here is a very good overview of the whole overview of the district, most of the district, outside central region in Singapore, the performances of the prices of the OCR projects. Now, in the blue bar, you will see that that is the average prices transacted. Okay, that is the average prices transacted. And the red bar, that is actually the highest prices transacted. Now, why is this important? Now, I want to set this whole meeting at a pace and understanding that you know and you're aware that prices are going in this current trajectory. Okay, it's important that you understand this so that we will be able to let you all know more later. In fact, out of this, right, you see in dairy farm residences. Now, dairy farm residences, when we were actually rehearsing through the talks of this, like the 1 or 2 days before, I was supposed to say like how many units are there left. Okay, how many units are there left in each project, right? So I'm happy to announce that dairy farm residences has just been fully sold. Fully sold with the last 2 bedrooms that was sold. Okay, at about, I think about 1,800 plus PSF. Okay, yesterday night. So I'd like to take this opportunity to thank the team for their hard work. And of course, in Midwood, we probably have about 30 units remaining. Okay, Midwood actually would be near to Hillview MRT site. Okay, 30 plus units remaining, and the prices have hit almost 2,000 PSF. Okay, this is really buyers, okay, who appreciate, okay, the beauty of this location, and they're willing to pay such prices. But today we're going to find out why. Why do you have such buyers, and where do they come from? All right, okay. So now I want to highlight to you this. Now, of course, in District 23, okay, we have a lot of homes that is already in the market. The resale, you see the resale growth over last year January to this year February. Right, the caveats are till February. You will see that the growth has been at the 3.68%, a modest growth for resale prices. The median prices for the resale units are at 1,044 PSF. Okay, that's the median prices. But I want to highlight that when you actually buy a resale property, you need to factor in a few things. You need to factor in, of course, the renovation. Renovation is something that's actually quite a drag now in Singapore because it is very expensive, okay, to renovate. Okay, I think if I'm not wrong, I checked with some of my contractor friends, and their base cost has gone as high as 40+% higher. So if you factor in a renovation for say 1,000 square feet, 3-bedroom unit, I think you'll be looking at $80,000 to $100,000 because you need to hack off. You need to hack off a lot of stuff before you renovate. So other than the fact that, of course, you need to spend this amount of money, you need to add in the renovation cost. All right. So that's why in terms of the resale growth, yes, it's modest, it's popular. Okay, this is the prices that you're looking at. Now let's look at the other end of the spectrum, which is actually the new home sales. Okay, the new home sales in District 33 has grown a 6.37% over the past 1 year. Okay, of course, it's led by your two very popular projects, which is Dairy Farm Residences and Midwood. Okay, District 23 has seen a very modest price growth of 6.37%, and the median prices are at 1,742 PSF. Now, I believe everyone would, some of the audience here who have not been tracking the prices, okay, might be a bit shocked. Oh, wow, the prices have went up to 1,742 PSF in District 23 for a new home. Yes, you have just hit the top prices, okay, and we are expecting the prices to hit even higher, okay, because of the next upcoming few factors that we're going to tell you. All right. Now, but of course, let me just run through with you land sales, because when you actually buy a property, okay, the first thing you need to look at is the land price. I believe for those who came from North Gaya, the North Gaya talk, right, you actually hear Rodney actually highlighting to you guys that the land price, okay, plays a big part in terms of like what the pricing of the property will be in future, because it's just like a cake. If your fly is expensive, the cake's expensive. It's the same thing. So recently, these were the land sales that was being done. You actually have your dairy farm walk, your dairy farm that was done on 11th of March, awarded. This is a government land sales, all right? $980 per square foot per plot ratio. Now, if you're not too sure what this actually means, feel free to contact any of your preferred ER agents, and I'm sure they can actually explain to you, okay, what this actually means. So 980 per square foot per plot ratio, that is the base price of the property. Every single square foot in your house that you buy, okay, this is the base price, and you build on top. You add your construction costs, you add your lending costs, you add your taxes, you add your borrowing costs, and these are the things that will add up. Okay. Now, of course, out of the District 23, we actually have Lentor Parcel A that went for 1,060. Lentor is actually near to Yishun side, near to Mandai, and Jalan Tembusu. This is actually a RCR region. Okay, 1302. Ang Mo Kio Avenue 1, that is actually done last year. That is by UOL. Okay, 1118. Lentor Central 1204. This is also by the side of MRT station, Lentor. Well, I'd like to bring your attention towards to EC at 662, 603, and 659. Actually, these prices are extremely near to the land price of the Arden. Okay, the land price of the Arden. Now, if you want more information, please speak to your preferred ERA agent. I'm not going to go too deep into that for now. All right, so these are the land price. Now, just to let you have an understanding of the break-even prices, okay, of what's going to happen in the District 23 area, I have just actually extracted out from Edge Property. Edge Property, okay, the break-even prices expected, okay, that's the estimated break-even price. So if you're talking about the dairy farm, the one that was sold at 980 PSF, okay, the expected break-even price based on Edge Prop is 1,646 PSF. That's before they even look in the profits. Okay, 1,646. Okay, remember that figure, 1,646, District 23. Okay, it's probably about 12-13 minutes walk to the train station. This is the new government land sales, 1,646. Tengah Garden EC 1059. I think it's extremely modest in terms of what they actually give in Edge Prop. And of course, the new Bukit Batok Avenue 8 government land sales, okay, this would be 1,134 PSF. Okay, but however, I think in my opinion, this is my personal opinion, because you need to factor in a few things. You need to factor in now the inflation is actually getting high. Okay, there's actually high inflation now in the market. Okay, we need to factor a high inflation. And if I were to factor in the current inflationary rates, the likelihood of break even should actually be approximately another 100 plus PSF more, right? So if you factor in 100 plus PSF, the dairy farm at 17 plus, the Tengah at 11 plus, and the Bukit Batok Avenue at 12 plus, okay, just adding a few percentage of profits will propel, okay, the prices for the dairy farm maybe up to 18, 19 PSF. Tengah Garden, the ECs, the two ECs should be at 13, 14, okay, just for a bit of profit. All right, so this is important because you need to understand these key figures, all right, so that we can actually have, we can actually let you have more understanding of what's important about the Arden itself later on, all right? Now, of course, this is a chart that shows that actually property prices performs well in inflationary environments. Now, if you look at this chart here, at the bottom, that would be your consumer price index, okay, as of 2006, okay, to 2021. Okay, it has went up by about 32%. In fact, that's compounded. So per annum, your inflation is about 2+%, 2-ish percent. Inflation was one of the highest last year at, so based on December figures, it was 4%. Okay, 4%. That was one of the highest in 10 over years. But you see that the private property index, okay, has actually shot up by 86%, which means that it is still a good hedge against inflation. But why do home prices move up in prices, as we were talking about just now? Okay, you see that the land prices go up, the material cost goes up, the construction cost goes up, labor costs go up. In fact, recently there was this client who was actually talking to me, was telling me the oil prices are going up. Okay, so that's the material cost goes up. And even if you're talking about labor, okay, you got to transport your labor to your work site. Okay, the gas that's actually incurred to bring the workers over, does it go up? No, it goes up, right? So does your transportation cost go up? So my answer to him is, if everything goes up, okay, won't the home prices go up? Okay, I think the answer is straightforward. He gave me a resounding answer, okay, and he's now looking at buying a property to hedge against inflation. All right, of course, now we all know that prices are high, no doubt. Okay, I won't actually, if someone would ask me if prices are high or low now, I'll tell them, of course, prices are high. What do you expect? Would you prefer to buy, would you honestly prefer to buy knowing that you go higher? Answer is yes. When it's higher, is the answer going to be prices are high? Yes, prices are going to be high. So if you look at what happened last year is gone, but if you look back, okay, and you have a high machine to go back last year to buy, I'm sure at that point you will want to buy, because the EC prices, if you see here, was at 1175 PSF. The OCR average about 1616, and the rest of Central Region was at 1963. But if you look at the upcoming launches this year, your EC would be at 13. Now, your OCR outside Central Region, that means anywhere that is nearer to like where we're talking about, and even your Lentor Ang Mo Kio, even your Pongo, okay, extreme east, okay, you're going to be looking at above 2000 BSF. It's going to be a new norm. Your RCR, okay, is going to be above 2003 PSF. Like it or not, ladies and gentlemen, this is the new norm, okay? So gone are the days where you actually can buy low and sell high, okay? The new norm, the new low is actually high. But good news for everyone, if you have been following the market trends, if you're following the demand of homes, if you understand the amount of homes that's going to TOP every year, okay, versus the number of people that is going to come into Singapore, okay, I'm sure you can sell higher. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, okay, these are the type of properties, are the type of estimated launch price, as you can see from here for all the projects. I'm not going to go through them. Okay, you can actually consult your preferred ERA agents. Now, for District 23, you start to realize that, oh, wow, okay, if land price is going to go up, how can I benefit from this? Now, if you look at this, if you look at my mouse, my cursor that's moving along this 2.1, this is the current dairy farm site, which has been fully sold the night before. And number one here, you see one here, this is the site that is being sold, 980 PSF, okay, 980 PSF per plot ratio, okay, on the new dairy farm site. Okay, we all understand, if you have been following that area, there's actually another 6 more plots of land. That's an area that will be released over time. Great thing is, the only one, I think one constant that we can actually bet on is, okay, the land prices are going to go higher. Even if your construction costs go down, the land prices are going to go higher. Okay, and that will directly affect, okay, the amount of money you want to spend on buying a new home. Okay, this is for a good reference for about District 23. Now, this is a list that I compiled. I want to share with everyone, okay, in terms of the land prices that is happening in the West. Now, it's not just in District 23. We're talking about generally in the West. We're talking about some of them who have en bloc as well, not just government land sales. And I compiled some which are potential, okay, potential en blocs as well. So you get an understanding of where the trajectory of land prices are going to. So the Tengah Garden walk, which was actually said 603 Steam Barracks, these are actually in the Buona Vista site nearer to 1 North. You're hitting the 1-2 mark. Then of course Flint Park, this will be in Pasir Panjang at 1-3. Jalan Anak Bukit, this one would be the Far East one that was bought in Upper Bukit Timah, okay, nearer to Beauty World. But note that with these 989 PSF, although it sounds low, it's an integrated development. They have to add in a lot of components such as your interchanges, your the linkways to MRT, the malls, which they won't sell. They can't sell for profit as of now, and they're going to build. So it incurs a lot of cost to your construction, very, very high. And hence, that's why, ladies and gentlemen, you're not going to get, okay, below 2,000 PSF, trust me, because they have to incur a lot of costs on the construction. Now, Lake Point, this is actually one of the en bloc sites. This is at Lakeside, 959 PSF. This is actually the reserve price, okay, and I believe in time to come, it will go higher. Okay, it will go higher. This will be on the other side of the West. They probably can launch about 860 units based on what we have studied. Now, of course, Hillview Terrace, this will be in District 23, 931. I don't have the number of units because in this scenario, okay, this is actually from industrial estate. Okay, Hillview Rise, this is another GLS near to Midwood. Okay, this will be the 99-year project that will be near to Midwood, which is actually fast selling. Okay. And Dairy Farm GLS just did 980, okay. Pine Grove, Parcel A, Parcel B is going to be released. It has been, Parcel A has been released. You're going to see the results coming out in June. All right, in June, you're going to see the results coming in. And of course, Bukit Timah Link, the small site that's actually beside Beauty World, that's going to be happening soon. Okay, the GLS is going to be happening soon. So these are the West Side projects. Now, the next slide I'm going to, okay, is to tell you why in District 23, you are going to look at a high possible group of people that is going to buy from you. And this translates down to a higher possibility of profits. Now, when asked such questions, I like to approach this from a very mathematical approach. It's very simple. It's simple dollar and cents and probability, right? Okay, so let's look at this MOP HDB flats. Okay, this was one of the lessons that I actually given. Okay, to look at where the MOP HDB flats, profitable ones are. Okay, and you will see where the trajectory of buyers and profits will be. So now, how do we calculate? Just have a quick lesson here. Okay, now how do we calculate the returns of sale? Okay, some of you might know. For some of the consumers who are not familiar, the selling price minus out any outstanding loan. Okay, so you have a selling price, you minus out outstanding loan. Okay, so let's say, for example, your selling price is 600,000. Your outstanding loan is, say, 200,000. You will have 400,000 available to have to buy, okay, the next property, right? The cash on hand and the CPF that will go back into your pocket. Okay, so we are very clear on this. All right, now for the, let me just show you some of the BTOs that was done many years ago. And then, of course, these are ripe for the picking. Now, in the Bukit Panjang site, in the District 23 site, okay, you actually have your, this is one example I took, Senja Park. Now, how many of you here stays in Senja Park? Maybe can I have and understanding, like a raise of hands. How many of you here stays around that Senja Park? Yeah. Where? No. Okay. I don't think not much people here stay. Oh yes, okay, we have some. Okay, now these are the prices that was actually launched, the BTOs. If you see, this was the price range that was being launched. Okay, so I just want to show you. Okay, now Segar Road, the block 500 plus, this will be nearer to the MRT side already. Okay, so these were the prices when it was launched back in Feb 2011. And of course, the Segar Meadows, the Palm Views. Okay, this would be the prices as you can see here. Now, why I want to show you this is because, okay, you can actually kind of understand where I'm getting at later on how much returns the person can have. So just giving an example, a 4-room BTO that was launched in Bukit Panjang, that was launched in 09 to 12. Okay, let's assume the prices were bought at 250,000, 4-room flat, and TOP is in 2014. Okay, so he takes the keys in 1415, okay, and has a repayment on the HDB loan of 2.6%. I'm basing on a scenario of HDB loan, okay, HDB loan, right, 2.6%. So the outstanding amount after, say, if you sell now, okay, so that means about 5-6 years. The outstanding amount he's owing, based on the amortization calculator, is 168,000. So assume let's assume the sale price currently now at 550, which I have actually went to extract. This is the range of price that's being sold at for a 4-room flat. Okay, that's the current price. The total cash and CPF coming back that's going to your pocket is about 370,838,000. Okay, so this netting off fees. Okay, netting off your commission payable to agents and legal fees. This will be the approximate amount of money. So what I want to say is, how much can the seller buy without extra cash? Now, assuming TDSR is met. Okay, so this is about 1.424 million. So for a 4-room flat, which is about 900 plus to 1,000 square feet, all right, they can actually buy up to a $1,424,018 million. All right, without forking out extra cash. As simple as that. Okay, right? So they can actually move on, upgrade, okay, with this amount if you can actually take a full loan of 75%. Let's look at a scenario of 5-room flat in Bukit Panjang. Okay, so 300,000, TOP in 2014, same thing. The outstanding is this, assuming selling price of 680K, this current price. Okay, so this is the total amount of money you get back, 474. And of course, how much does the seller buy without the extra cash? Okay, is about 1.82817. That is before the stamp duty. So I really factored in, I also have factored in, okay, that you need to pay for stamp duty. So actually they have much more money to pay. Okay, now, I just want to highlight this example, which is actually in Bukit Batok, Street 22, Skyline 1 and 2, because this happened to one of my clients who actually sold his 5-room flat. So he bought at about 480, I think it's about 480, that was what he told. So TOP in 2016, and the principal repayment based on the bank loan. This guy took a bank loan of 1.8% averagely over many years. So his outstanding in the end was at 320,000. He sold at 877,000. That was the price he sold at for the 5-room flat in Bukit Batok. Okay, District 23, Bukit Batok, 5-room flat, 877. So the calculation of the cash and CPF coming back, 539,242. And how much can my seller buy without extra cash? Answer is 2,070,689. Okay, before stamp duty. Now, this deal happened last year. It wasn't even this year, it was last year. I'm sure the prices have even went up further for this cluster of flats, right? So I think the future sellers of this area can actually purchase a higher price. Okay, more than 2 million. And this is what my client is doing now. But this client of mine, he's actually buying 2 properties. Okay, so he's moving on and he's actually going to look at the Arden, okay, when it's coming up, because he has identified that the Arden has very strong attributes, okay, for as an investment, which I will share with a bit more with you all later. Okay, so at this point, has anyone here has any questions on the HDB? Because I'm sorry, I don't want to share too much because I didn't want to go deep into Choa Chu Kang. I didn't want to go deep into other areas of Bukit Batok. Okay, cool. So I think we are all well established here. I'm going to move on. Okay, now, next thing you're going to ask, what are the total numbers of such BTOs you are talking about, right? Because you gave me examples. Now, I want the numbers. I want the probability. Okay, like I said, it's all about probability. All right. If we were to add up all the BTOs in District 23 from the year 2009 to 2021, there are a total of 37,323 units. Okay, this is after going through quite a painful process of compiling the number of units, and I managed to get this figure. May not be 100% accurate, but it's quite there. Okay, this is District 23. Now, this is not inclusive of some other older HDBs. Now, for those who are staying in, say, for example, Bukit Panjang, if you are staying in the block 18 something, guys, raise our hand. 18 something, block 180 to 185. Do you have 180, 185, 180, 185? Come on, I need your help. Anyone? Do we have any block 16 something, 17 somethings? Block 54 somethings, block 6, 600 plus. Okay, you guys, I think you're just shy. But never mind, if you know all this, okay, if you know all these locations of Bukit Panjang, these are the ones that make a lot of money. If you had bought, say, about 10 years ago, they have made a lot. The prices went up by a lot 10 plus years ago. 10 plus years ago. Okay, so and hence that's why we see a lot of buyers who actually come from these locations. Okay, if you are staying in, of course, Choa Chu Kang areas, you're staying in the block, say, your UT site at the block 600 plus, 63 something, 64 something, those are the ones that also make a lot of money. Okay, so I just want to highlight, this is not inclusive of these older HDB flats, which are selling even higher with even more returns on money. All right, so I leave that to your imaginations. Now, not to forget, actually, there is actually a whole new Tengah town with much more BTOs is coming up. Now, ladies and gentlemen, there's a whole new town there. It's just like you have your Punggol and your Sengkang. Back then, there's the phenomenon of actually a lot of buyers going to buy. Okay, that's coming up very, very soon. All right. Now, I'll just share with you that for buyer profiles, okay, now this is very, 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 very interesting. Now, in fact, we did a study, okay, District 19 and 23 were the two most common buyers in February. Okay, if you look back, actually, it's more than just February. But I'm just sharing with you what is already data that we actually extracted out. Okay, now, the reason is because it's largely due to their significant proportion of public housing and young households. Okay, what you want are younger people with more mileage in terms of like the age to borrow, years to borrow a loan. Okay, now if you look at this District 19, you can't afford, District 19 is super huge. You have the whole of Sengkang, which is District 19. You have the whole of Hougang, which is District 19. Now you have the whole of your, say, your Punggol, which is actually District 19. All right, this is District 19. These are the upgraders area. They're going to upgrade. Okay, so that's why your buyers come a lot from the area. But District 23, okay, this is actually coming after District 19. It's not, District 23 is not even like the biggest area. Okay, you have actually bigger areas such as your Woodlands, your Tampines, your Ang Mo Kio. But District 23, you see a lot. Why? Because there are so many upgraders coming for, there's so many BTOs coming for the area. We just seen the numbers, 37,323. That's just from, not even from Tengah New Town. So imagine the masses coming out to buy. Imagine them coming out to show the mic together. Look at the profit. Look, imagine how much volume it pushes up, how much profits you're going to be looking at. Okay, District 23 has so much potential. I have experienced it personally myself because I've just sold a District 23 property last year. Okay, I think I made quite a handsome profit. So I'm not going to review where I sold, not going to dampen this whole thing. Okay, not going to steal the limelight. So if anyone is keen to know, please PM me. All right, don't chat here. Don't ask me. I'm not going to answer that question. All right. So got this chart. I think you are very clear. Okay, where the trajectory is, you're going to see significantly more buyers coming from District 23 itself. Okay. Now, I'm gonna go on talking a little bit more about, okay, some things that of course people like about generally, like the demand. We're talking about more about demands here, right? Now, of course, benefit of living near to a MRT station. Of course, properties that's actually near to MRT station are generally pricier, more expensive. So on average, the property commands a higher price of 10 to 15% when it's near the MRT station. Because being 500 meters or closer is the most preferred. So you realize that we realize that actually even when we do rentals, okay, MRT is actually important because it takes you to places. But of course, important MRTs are also important. I mean, as in like the crucial MRTs, like for example, the interchanges, okay, connected to the malls. These are the ones that are actually very important, okay, because you know, you can just go to MRT, you can just buy your stuff there and go home, all right, or you buy breakfast and go to work, right? So these are things that is high in demand and people generally like. Now, so based on research by NUS, so it's a bit old, but of course, this was actually done on the Circle Line. So stations, the non-landed private housings increased by the average of, in terms of pricing, 1.6%. And when this station turns operational, those within 400 meters of the station saw an increase of 13.2%, okay, than those outside of this distance, okay? But then again, to be fair, because based on the Circle Line stations, okay, Circle Line stations, right, okay, you actually have we realize that in near to Circle Line, there's actually a lot of developments that are nearer to the MRT than further away. So of course, this 13.2% thing is skewed for the fact that because there were just generally more properties that's actually nearer to the MRT station within 400 meters. Now, of course, MRT effects that the property closer to MRT were always significantly more expensive, as we mentioned. This is actually from 𝚀𝚘𝚘𝚃, okay? And of course, in terms of the rental yields of 4%, okay, above 4% generally, okay, were nearer to the MRT station. So of course, you want to be buying properties that's nearer. If you're buying as an investment, okay, you want to be buying to the MRT station because you will be enjoying a higher rental yield, okay, when you buy near the MRT station. For those who wants to understand the correlation of rental yield directly to your property prices when you exit, okay, please feel free to contact, get your ER agents to contact me, and I will give you understanding, okay, on how this actually works. Now, of course, doing a survey done by Property Guru, okay, you realize that most people wants to stay near shopping mall. I mean, who doesn't, right? Even during the pandemic, right? Okay, you know, I was so happy when I actually got out of my house to go and dabao pizza, to go and buy food, right? And I was quite happy that the mall was just kind of like very, very near to my previous place. And I was staying very, very near to 𝚀𝚘𝚘𝚘. Okay, so I just had a short walk and I was there. I was very happy because the daily dose of sanity, as I'll call it, that I'll go and dabao food. I didn't use Grab, I dabao more, right? So hence that's why, according to the Property Guru Consumer Index back in 2020, top 2 priorities for home buyers, okay, was actually near to the F&B outlets and malls. Okay, so this is very important. You want to be buying into demand. You want to be looking and identifying demand. You don't want to be off charts, right, to look at profits. Okay. So now, after almost, I would say, half an hour of talking about District 23, malls and MRT, I'm sure you all want to hear a little bit more about this project that we're going to be selling. This is very attractive. So now, why the Arden? Okay, so I go around, I meet people, I see friends, all right, so they see my social media posts. So the next thing that they always ask is, so why the Arden? So now here I'm going to tell you why. Now, to caveat, we don't have the full set of information because there are some things, of course, the developers still want to keep to for marketing purposes. But I'm going to give you as much as I know, and I'm going to share with you as much as I have felt and understand and researched. Okay, so that you all have a good understanding of why Arden it's going to be a phenomenal project happening in 2022. Okay, now, because for those who knows District 23 well, okay, you will know that, okay, District 23 has a lot of high-rise, high-rise buildings, right? You have a lot of 20 stories because of MINDEF. Okay, the height restriction is about 23 for some of the nearby ones. Okay, because of MINDEF. Okay, and you don't get a lot of low-rise idyllic ones. There's some, but not super a lot. And even of some low-rise one, of course, if you are, of course, too near to the main road, okay, you don't get to feel the resort-like feeling. But of course, very, very ideally, Arden is situated, okay, nested on an elevated landed enclave. This is what I really like, all right? You go to the Arden, it's along Phoenix Road. In case you don't know, the Arden is located along Choa Road, okay? Now, you know this road, right? This is the road that leads you down to Bukit Batok and the other side leading down to Bukit Panjang. And of course, the Arden is situated right beside for convenience, and around it, surrounding with will be all your 3-story semi-detaches. Okay, and with the back, there's actually a nice green park in the back, if you realize here. Okay, with your plot ratio, all low plot ratio right beside it. Okay, so the Arden is well raised above the road level for privacy and exclusivity. Now, if you look at the site plan here, okay, the developer has not released the final site plan, so this is as best I can get. You realize that the +1.5 and +2.2, this essentially is the increase in the elevation from the road itself. So you are actually quite high. Okay, sorry, +1.5 is sea level. Sorry, I just want to correct myself. +1.5, +2.2 is from sea level. Okay, you are actually going upwards. Okay, and you are hitting as high as 20+ meters. In fact, from the road to the tip here is about +7. But interior, we know the whole elevation, okay, of the building is at least 7 meters above the road level already, minimally. Okay, you can actually see from here. Okay, there's actually an elevation on the what do you call it? The site plan here from the site plane of this whole entire development. Now, distance to Bukit Panjang MRT. Okay, so this is what I have done myself. I use Strava. For those who are exercise freaks, okay, you know what Strava is because your site tend to post your results in your running and cycling and swimming on Strava, right? So distance to MRT station, okay, I walked, okay, but I need to highlight, I was simulating that I was late for work. I was simulating that I'm late for work, okay, I actually, okay, this is the distance that I walked. Okay, it's about 500+ meters, okay, to the MRT entrance. Moving time is 5 minutes and 35 seconds. I was walking quite fast. So, of course, to be fair, okay, I walked down to the, if you look at the little curvy stuff here, right, I walked down to the station control, simulating I walked down to the train station, okay, and I walked back, was 660 meters. Okay, and this time round, it was an uphill walk back to home, Arden, okay, and I walk normally as in I was strolling. My heartbeat was at about 80+, 90, I think that's pretty normal, okay, 80+, 90, okay, and this was the pace I got, right? So this is the distance to the Bukit Panjang MRT. Right, now, I think we also want to know what are the important notes of important distances, right? So I used to stay in Choa in block 641. For those who know, you know, okay, 641. Because I have a helper, she was Filipino. So of course, Filipinos on Sundays, they love to go to Plaza Sing, right? So of course, at that time, she wasn't so happy lah, because from there to Plaza Sing quite far. Okay, from Choa. But after I shifted to Bukit Panjang, I think she was happier because her train ride to Newton was approximately 20 minutes. Now, if you look at Google Map actually highlights that it's actually 26 minutes, but they factor in 1 minute walk and a wait, okay, for the MRT. So hence, it's approximately 20 minutes to Newton, and 5 minutes later, she's at Plaza Sing, because Newton to Orchard, okay, it's just a direct train. It's not direct, that means it's just walking over to change the train and you get to Orchard very fast. Okay, so 20 minutes ride to Newton. Okay, so for those who are staying there, you know how convenient it is. You understand the goodness and the greatness, okay, this MRT station is, that has helped to prop up the prices of this area. Now, of course, we cannot forget that in the West, okay, we have actually a very strong economic development happening at Jurong East. Okay, Jurong East, the whole Jurong East story has not ended. Okay, I believe it's going to go even more. Okay, because abruptly, of course, after the whole high-speed rail ended, but I think it's going to, I have a feeling, okay, more things are going to come. All right, but the thing is, how near are we? All right, now, we check the traffic with a bit of traffic now that's ongoing. We are going about 14 minutes drive to Jurong East MRT station. All right, so approximately 6.5 kilometers. I used to have a friend, okay, who works in the science center, and cycling there from that area takes him about more than 15 minutes, about 20 minutes. He's actually a fast cyclist. Okay, it's about 5 kilometers away. Okay, so now what I'm trying to imply is, right, when you are near, what we are actually having is the best of both worlds, right? You actually have, you're near to the nature reserves. You're near to fresh air, beautiful, nice fresh air, right? But you are also very near to the important economic nodes, okay, of the West. That's very important because you want to be buying where the demand is. You want to be buying where people can pay, right? So that's important. Now, of course, this is to Jurong East, okay, and this is by driving, okay. Now, of course, for people who needs to take the MRT, now there's going to be a future MRT linkage if you take down LRT down to your Choa Chu Kang side to take the MRT there. Okay, so that's going to be how you're going to take MRT down to Jurong East. Now, proximity to 3 malls. Oh, no, I haven't completed yet. So I think I also want to, oh yes, this is where I enlist the help of people who are staying in the area, Bukit Panjang, Hillview. Guys, you got to help me out. Now, how many of you, can anyone tell me, okay, tell me, okay, people who are staying around there, right? Okay, now, every morning, if you take morning, say 9, 10 a.m., okay, if you take PIE, okay, and you're going to exit to Stevens Road, PIE to Stevens Road, you're going to see the sign. If you're a driver, you're going to see the sign. What is the typical time you see on the sign on the expressway? How much time do you take to drive from PIE, BKE to Stevens Road exit on PIE? Anyone, can you please help me here? People who drives around there. 10 minutes. Thank you very much, Austin. Anyone else? Anyone else see shorter? I always see 9 minutes. Okay, since Austin already gave the answer. Personally, I always see 9 minutes. Okay, but of course, we are nice. You see 8 minutes, but okay, that's not accurate. But 10 minutes is a good thing. 10 minutes drive. Can you imagine? You're just 10 minutes drive to Stevens Road, and that's almost to town. And Vicky, thanks very much. Yes, I know you stay at block 200 plus there, so always very near. Okay, to the BKE exit. Okay, so thank you very much, everyone, for helping out me out on this. Okay, this is important because long time ago, always people say Bukit Panjang there or District Entry very ulu. Actually, I like it, no. Okay, just to share with you, I like it when people say, no, very ulu, because they don't understand. They do not understand the beauty of this location. Okay, I'm happy that more people don't understand, because if everyone understands, you're not going to be buying at 1,000, 7,000 APSF, not even 2,000 PSF. Everyone knows, everyone from the east to the south to wherever, they know that Bukit Panjang is just 9 minutes from Stevens Road. Trust me, the prices is going to be much higher. Period. Okay, if everyone knows that it's actually so near to the important business nodes of the West, the prices are not going to be so low. Okay, I'm sure you agree with me. All right, so I'm going to move on. All right, so beauty of District 23. So proximities to 3 shopping malls. Okay, proximity to 3 shopping malls. On the fence of the area, you probably know BPP, Bukit Panjang Plaza. That's the one on the extreme right. That was the first mall. Okay, long time ago, I went on dates there. Okay, where there was no MRT. I took bus 75 all the way there. Long time ago, I remember. So Bukit Panjang Plaza. Okay, that was the first mall there, followed by, you had actually Junction 10, which was actually a mall all along, but it was redone up. Okay, now more on education centers, this is trying to spruce up some stuff there. But of course, the one on the left here, Hillian Mall, this is the newest and the latest that's connected to the MRT and connected to the bus interchange. It's an integrated development there. So Hillian Mall. So 1, 2, 3, 3 malls. I think this is very important because malls, as you see in the previous slide that I did, it's just such an important thing to Singaporeans. Now, okay, don't worry, I'm going to finish soon. All right. Then we can all break for lunch. All right, shall we? Now, of course, location, to summarize the location, the Arden is near to transportation, nodes and amenities. It's located to low development density zones and it's on an elevated plane. This is what I want to tell you more about the location of the Arden itself. Beautiful location within District 23. Now, some other very strong selling points that I want to point out to you. The high ceiling. Okay, now, the art of feeling space is really not just through a single dimensional approach, right? The art of feeling space. Now, I believe a lot of you have seen high ceiling developments. Some of you, maybe you stay in landed properties, which has the high ceiling. So the thing is, space is not just a single dimensional on paper. You actually need to feel the space with the ceiling height. And hence, that's why the developer understand this demand, okay, and crafted out this. Now, just to share with you, what are the typical ceiling heights in Singapore. Now, older HDBs, for those who are staying in, say, your 3-room flats, the 3 improved, the 3 simplified, the 3 NGs, your ceiling height is approximately 2.5 to 2.55 meters in ceiling height. That is for the older HDBs. Now, if you are staying in the higher HDBs, I mean the newer HDBs, the 3As, the 4As, the more recent ones, the more recent ones, the DBSS, they are more generally at about 2.6 meters. Now, condo typical heights 2.7, 2.8 plus, very typical because they are also bounded. Some of them are bounded by your PPVC construction. You cannot go too high. Okay, so hence that's why this is the typical condo heights. Now, for the Arden, okay, you are actually getting a ceiling height of 3.2 meters to 4.6 meters. This is the typical ceiling height is 3.2, okay, for the Arden. Okay, if you can see here, this is actually how they gauge a 3.2 meter ceiling height and 4.6 meters for the penthouses, for the top floor units. This is what you get for Arden, the sense of space. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, please, you got to see the show flat for yourself to feel that you don't have to pay for so much to get that sense of space. Very important. Now, the full glass facade, the modern timeless look. This is something that I really like because you know, I buy a unit that has a pool facing. I buy a unit that has a park facing. Really beautiful blue skies out there. Okay, I need to have the glass facade so that I can actually see. Now, it's not just that. Do you actually know that actually glass facades actually is actually a little bit more green because with glass facades, right, the heat doesn't stay so long inside the room, and you need to use lesser power or aircon to cool the room, right? So the glass facade, the modern glass facade, timeless look. This is a picture that I managed to get to show you guys. Okay, the whole look by the side of the swimming pool. And this is actually a look on the gym and the clubhouses. This is how you feel like with the amount of greens that is actually seconding the whole entire flanking the whole entire area. Now, we do not have the actual pictures of we cannot show yet. Okay, but this is what I can show you in terms of like the feeling of what you will get inside the whole development for the gym and the clubhouses. Okay, it's actually a kind of like a very light tone of brown and very light gray, beige. Okay, come up like a bit of a Muji theme. Okay, a Muji theme. This is like the mood-inspired Muji theme. So it's quite down to earth, okay, type of design. Okay, because we know in a hectic Singapore environment, you want to come back and feel relaxed, and this is important. You want to come back here and you feel relaxed rather than have a very heavy feeling on you. So this is what you get in the gym, the clubhouse. So the interior designs, this is interesting. Now this is not the actual picture. This is not the actual picture. Okay, now, but rather this would actually be the type of mood you'll be getting inside this project itself. So this is the inspired, the color theme. Okay, as we call it, the dawn is called dawn colors from bright morning, and it's like a morning feeling. That means imagine coming up, waking up every day. Okay, drawing your curtains. Okay, the feeling you're gonna get is that fresh morning feeling of brightness. Okay, and warmth okay, that's going to come to your house, which is important because I feel that it will make the overall space feel even more spacious and neat. Okay, so the color tones, okay, for the laminate on the carpentry doors, this is actually this very light beige gray color. The laminates on the carpentry door is this very light brown, okay, and quartz countertop. Oh yeah, I want to share with you, quartz is actually a natural stone. It's not cheap, okay, and usually some developers don't even use quartz as materials. Now, if you go and see the bathroom, the kitchen, okay, the developers is giving you quartz countertop, backsplash, and even some parts of it on your flooring, okay. And even for the countertop of the kitchen, right, instead of giving you just the countertop, okay, you actually have your backsplash to give you the whole seamless look in the kitchen for your countertop. They'll all be in quartz. Something that I'm very proud to actually tell all my customers whenever I'm selling a 轻件 product. Okay, now the floor finishings, the porcelain tiles that you're going to see inside the show flat is made out of this light gray tiles. I don't know how many of you have actually done porcelain or even homogeneous tiles at home. You know, sometimes you get that very clean, squeaky feeling underneath your feet, right? Those are the type of porcelain tiles those are very bright, have a very artificial shine on it. But where they're giving you this is actually a matte finishing. If you take out your socks, you're going to have this very powdery feeling underneath your feet as you step in. Okay, so this is the type of tiles they're giving you. Can't explain more in words, you got to feel it for yourself. Now, the porcelain tiles in the kitchen and porcelain tiles in the balcony, okay, that's the color. And of course, with this developer, with 轻件, they pledge to give you the best. They pledge to give you the best quality they can actually give to you, okay, at whatever they want to spend. Okay, which is actually a natural timber flooring, Burmese teak parquet in all bedrooms. Now, if you know what is Burmese teak are actually old aged wood, which are hardier. Okay, which are hardier because they are aged. Okay, less prone to rotting because they are already, the wood is dead already, so it's not fresh. Okay, like termites. Okay, like humans, termites love fresh wood. We love fresh wood, they love fresh wood. Okay, so this is actually aged wood. Okay, to give you that very lasting flooring. This is expensive, okay, this is very expensive, okay, and they're giving you in Arden. Okay, so this is the mood concept of the kitchens. If you like the whole Muji design, the whole theme, the whole very fresh feel, this is what you get in the kitchen. Okay, and being, of course, a developer that's conscious about quality and giving you the best of stuff. All the appliances that's going to be inside kitchen is going to be by Bosch for your hobs, your gas hobs, your cooker hoods. The fridge is going to be by Bosch as well. So oven and the washer and dryers are all by Bosch. Okay, so for the sanitary wares and fittings that's in the bathrooms, you're going to have the Rokas, your Hansgrohe, that's German, tacky flush plates. Those are very practical flush plates that you can actually remove to do your servicings inside. And Frankel, this is a Swiss brand, okay, at the kitchen sink. These are the ones that you're going to see for the sanitary wares. Now, this is something that I love to talk about in terms of like the wardrobe, because I always tell customers that a wardrobe is really what you can tell the whole design intent or what the developer wants to give you. Now, in terms of the wardrobe, I've been there, I've seen the wardrobe itself. This is kind of like the feeling of the wardrobe. It's actually a very weighted wardrobe. And of course, for those who are BMW and Mercedes fans, okay, BMW Mercedes fans, I'm sure you go to the showroom, right? You want to buy a nice car, okay? They are actually the frozen colors, right? You have the frozen colors. They are actually available. Those are the more high-end ones. And I like to use this. This is like the matte finishing frozen wardrobe. Trust me, it's a very nice touch. You got to feel it for yourself in the wardrobe, in the show flat. Okay, and for those who likes to show off your nice bags, your nice watches, this is actually the very beautiful translucent dark tinted glass wardrobe that you will see in some of the master rooms. And so I've come to the end. Sorry for the abrupt finishing, but I think I'm also running short on time. Okay, so the strong unit, I'm going to summarize the strong unique features of the Arden. Okay, north-south facing. Generally, most of the units are north-south facing. Okay, you have an idyllic resort feel. Okay, because of the low rise. Muji theme. I like to call it as a Muji theme here. That's my own take. Okay, maybe you have another word for it. The high ceiling height is 3.2 to 4.6 meters in ceiling heights, and of course the unique layouts throughout the full range. Now, what is the unique? Before I end off, I'm going to show you a bit of teaser on the floor plans itself. Now, let me explain in terms of the floor plan of the 2-bedroom deluxe that we have. Okay, now, one thing that I really love is most 2-bedrooms comes with an open kitchen. All right, that means no ventilation. Okay, no ventilation, no windows. Okay, so walk-in kitchen. So this one is a very unique layout. When you walk in through the foyer, you enter the living room first, you spot the kitchen to the far left corner that's linked to the balcony. In fact, I would put a dining table at the balcony so that I can enjoy my dinner looking down at the very nice views of the unit that I bought. Okay, so this is a very unique layout that you're going to see in the show flat. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, there's not a lot of this, only 15 units. Now, bedroom 2, this will be the a common bedroom. It will fit a queen size bed, wall-to-wall distance at 3.1 meters. With your wardrobe at 0.6, you have another 2.5 meters to fit a queen size bed or a single with a study table. Okay, the master room, okay, would fit a king size adequately. Okay, and this is how you see the whole entire 2-bedroom. Ladies and gentlemen, this will be a very big hit, okay, that you'll be getting inside the Arden show flat. Now, I move on to the big one, which is actually the 4-bedroom. Now, the 4-bedroom sports a co-space design. If you have been a 𝚀𝙸𝙽𝙶 fan, okay, 𝚀𝙀𝙘𝙀 has this very successful trademark called co-space, where they actually have this flexible space where you can choose to take out or ask them to build, okay, for different flexibility. Okay, and hence you see here, this is the 4-bedroom plus study. It sports a very nice entrance into a dry and a wet kitchen that has a yard at the back. Now, of course, the whole living room, the wall-to-wall distance from the sofa to the wall is 3.6 meters. It's very wide. Okay, if you decide not to have this wall, which you can because this is the co-space design, this whole space is about 5.4 meters. Very, very wide space. Okay, very wide space. All right, now in terms of like the bedrooms, similar like the 2 bedrooms, it fits the queen size bed. But you see the master room here, I did a measurement from the wall to wall, it's a 3.8 meters, very, very big and luxurious space master room. And the whole space, 1389 square feet. Trust me, with the high ceiling, I'm sure you're going to feel that it's going to be more than 1,500 square feet. Okay. Now, so these are the 2 show flats that the 2 floor plans I'm going to show you. Okay, please, if you want to know more about other show flats, please check with your preferred ERA agent. Now, so in summary, I want to end off that we actually have a huge crowd of upgraders for private properties in District 23. Make no mistake, this is what it is. Okay, you're going to have even more coming up. Consumers at this level of consumers, they crave for convenience. Hence, that's why the MRT and malls are very important. Okay, MRT malls are very important. Okay, a strong stroll of uptrend for pricing for similar location. You see that actually in the outside central region, there's a very strong trend, uptrend of pricing. And Arden is by far, with the unique layouts and high ceiling, one of the most special product in its class by design. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, strong demand, strong price growth equals to best investment. Okay, with that, thank you very much for attending the talk today. Okay.
One space, limitless possibilities. Discover space made smarter, where efficiency, flexibility, and interactivity create one perfect space. This is CoSpace. CoSpace efficiency identifies the space and maximizes it to its full potential. Whatever your needs are, CoSpace makes sure that every space is efficiently used at all times. CoSpace flexibility gives you the power to transform living spaces depending on your family's needs at every stage of your life. With CoSpace, the possibilities are endless. Now is the perfect time to be inspired. From creating the home office of your dreams, where your imagination comes to life and brilliant ideas are just waiting to be discovered, to making spaces where you and your family can dream to the fullest and create lasting moments together, to building rooms that let you indulge in your passion and offer you the freedom to express yourself every day. Only CoSpace gives you the flexibility to do all these things and more. CoSpace interactivity allows you to create livable spaces that interact freely with each other, letting you connect with your family and the world around you. The power of space is in your hands. CoSpace. Space made smarter.